Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show. This show may contain violence, language, and drug use. Please be cautioned as we go on to gaming news. I just really like that that gives me an opportunity to put the word of the day from dictionary.com up. That's really, yep. And find different coffee designs. That's my other favorite thing. So for those of you who love Deathspank, Deathspank The Baconing will be coming out in summer. It is the third entry in the series. They're labeling it as the final chapter in the war against evil thongs. Those of you who have no idea what Deathspank is about will probably find that statement oddly disturbing. Since the second one wound up being kind of to the community, they're hoping that the third one will wind up being a bit more fun to play. If you are in Australia, be super excited about Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. It turns out that you guys get a free ocarina with your game. They also did this in France, but only, like, press people wound up getting the ocarina. And then in Australia, they were like, yeah, let's just give all of them out. Dear everyone else, are you jelly? Very jelly. But at the same time, I feel like in the video game world, Australia doesn't always get to just, like, have things to themselves. So I'm like, you have that. You take that. Have fun. So I'm sure many of you know that there is a Conan movie coming out. Along with the Conan movie, the Age of Conan Hyborian Adventures game is going to be re-released as a free-to-play game called Age of Conan Unrated. I guess the reason that they're naming it that is so that they can actually keep to the original Conan story and the original Conan world and not have to worry about feeling like they have to pull punches at all. They can just make it however they want to make it. It sounds like it's going to act a lot like other free-to-play MMOs where you have to go and, like, buy certain things from shops, like specialized things that you would want, but perhaps you could just play through the game without actually having to buy anything for a real, like, free-to-play experience. So the reason that I mentioned the movie is because apparently the game is now going to have some tie-ins with the movie in terms of, like, some content and cinematics, I believe. I'm wondering if characters that have already been created within Age of Conan will still be there for those people, or if it's just going to be a complete reboot of the servers. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully those of you who took time to completely level up a character won't have all of that effort be in vain, but I guess we'll see. Now, my favorite bit of news, just because we talked about it in the last news episode, and I wasn't expecting to mention it again for a while. Hold on, need a cup of coffee before I say this. Okay, Squenix is making another MMO. They just announced that they're planning on making another MMO alongside of 14 while they're trying to completely recreate this. So they're going to start from the beginning with this, and everybody is going, why? I'm sorry, they're not good at MMOs. You're not good at MMOs. Squenix, come here, come here. Come into my hug, and then let me tell you the truths of things. Unless you can make this game incredible and have no problems and have the beta be amazing, you've lost all your MMO cred. I'm trying to watch out for you, buddy. I think because they've lost so much money, they're hoping that if they make a simpler MMO on the side, it'll help them gain back some funds, which I do think that Squenix needs to take into account the simpler is better idea, because I think that that's where they get caught every single time. I'm concerned for them. I really am. Because, yes, the Final Fantasy series in general has become very stale, and they're not putting quite as much love and affection into it as they used to, which is very apparent when you play the games. But trying to branch into MMOs is not the answer. I feel like they just need to make a really good RPG. It doesn't have to be an MMO. It can have online elements. It doesn't have to be a fully fledged open world MMO. So, yes. So there's that. I guess we'll just, we'll see how that goes. But, in other news, I have a P.O. box now. So I was gonna make, like, a completely separate video where I just said, hey, I have a P.O. box, but that seemed like a waste. So, somewhere in here I'll put my address. It'll also be in the description. Feel free to send me weird stuff. Or fun stuff. Or, I was saying on my coffee video, like, the thing that I think would be great to get is postcards. Because I think that it's so incredible that you guys, like, span the globe. It's so crazy. Other than that, that's my show. So if you would like to have coffee with me, you can go ahead and click somewhere up here where the P.O. box nonsense isn't. And that'll be something fancy, coffee fancy. That'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, if you have a positive or negative response to anything that I said today, please leave a comment or a video response, because I love both of them. If you enjoyed this show, I love thumbs up. They're awesome. I love subscribers. They're awesome. Or if you just want to like sit there and nod a little, like yes, or shake your head. Maybe you didn't like it. Shake your head. Go no, this was a waste of my time, and then slowly click the back button, whichever you prefer. All right, I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you again in the next couple of days. All right, bye bye.